and stuff of that nature to try to sell it to somebody in regards to making profits off the death of millions of people. Well, you watch this film, you'll find out an umbrella with red and white. As in just like the logo for the Umbrella Corporation. Great voice acting and stuff like that. I'm not sure who's doing the voice acting. But this was a great film. I'll give it, this one, out of 5 stars, I'll give it a solid 3 point, I can do a 3.7. 3.7 out of 5. Great film. The animation's good. I actually did motion capture for everybody. They did motion capture.
Some people don't learn their lesson. I guess most importantly, that's me. Hello one, hello all, CP here. Well, I like it reviews in case you're watching this somewhere else. It's been a while since I've been properly in tune with the BluTube community. I've kind of been here in Denmark for what's coming up on a year now, but there's things going on that just still need to be ridiculed, mocked, brought up, and most importantly, there are some congratulations that are in order, and that's anybody who's been following these things knows that that's kind of how I get started on these. It's, believe it or not, it's meant to be a pat on the back of sorts. And to start off, BluRayDan, who I've touched on, I think 4, 5, 8, 12 times. It's just that he doesn't come off as somebody who enjoys a laugh. I mean, any look at his Instagram feed will tell you that that's a serious guy. Moreover, man, thank God that there's somebody always there to take that slightly askew angle shot of him. What are you pondering in these photos? Ooh, looking out the window. I wonder when the UPS man's gonna get here. Ooh, I'm on the beach. I'm sad that I'm not in my home theater right now. What's all this seriousness? I mean, 1, 2, 5 of those photos, sure, but dude, do you know what a selfie is? Because you're doing it wrong. He's been doing a great job with his weight loss program and, you know, giving us up. No. Milestones is one thing. You're not going to do the subscriber thing with the weight loss. Sorry. No. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 50, 75, whatever. 82, GFY. I don't fucking care. Just like you can't do the subscriber count thing with weight loss. No. Yay, 6,100 subscribers. What the fuck is 6,100? What number is that? Does that number mean something to you? 6,100? 3857. Oh. Between BluRayDan and Drum Dums, it's just numbers are just numbers. Guys, I just passed 8,238 subscribers. Wow, because that reminds me of, fuck, I've seen that number and I'll still forget what the fuck that number means an hour later. But all those things aside, BluRayDan still is a member of the BluTube community. I know this because I've recently watched a Criterion video.
Now I have a nice amount. I don't think I counted how many I have here, but there are a nice amount. I think it's over 30.
Define irony, he couldn't count the amount of Blu-rays that he had to go over in the video. This is the guy who lives for numbers. Subscriber number, weight loss number, he'll give you every little update. But as far as counting 32 Blu-rays, I was gonna count it, but that might have taken 10 seconds, so
Look at that. I like that artwork right there. Also, really love that artwork.
Another thing is, I really hope you're not paying for these things, Dan, because...
Really, really cool artwork there as well.
Really, really nice artwork?
Really beautiful artwork right there.
Do you know what they pack on a Criterion disc? Really nice artwork?
Like that artwork as well.
So with all the work and effort that's being put into a Criterion, Dan most cares about the thin sheet of plastic that surrounds the disc that contains all of that hard work.
Love the coloring.
Great color. Please be talking about the film itself.
As always, if you could hit that like button and please give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment box down below. Share the video to all your
family and friends, and please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button.
Dan, it's been quite incredible to see your progress this far. You've lost a grown adult human being, and that's quite impressive. Kudos, sir. I know you take this in stride, and no, I'm kidding, because this is what, the 18th time? Yeah, congratulations, Dan. Keep going, or stop, because you don't want to disappear. I don't know. You look pretty cut regardless. Still could kick my ass twice over. There's that. Another BluTuber who's kind of been in and out, but really trying to hang in there, is SpiderGeek. SpiderGeek's interesting because he's a big collector, and the thing about his videos is, if you're a second-hand collector, it's good to keep track of SpiderGeek, because knowing what he has is the first step in figuring out what you can buy in a month. I can't tell you how many times I've watched a SpiderGeek video where he's collected something one month and tried to sell it the next. SpiderGeek has somehow become the dude from Menace to Society.
Check this out, man. I got these burgers, man. They some double cheeseburgers.
Nigga, I just ate. Man, I just ate, fool. I don't want no motherfucking
I got these cheeseburgers, man. See, I've been out of the loop here in Denmark for a myriad of reasons. Time, money, most importantly. Just haven't been up to the weekly grind of the BluTube community. But somebody that's kind of popped up out of nowhere is Talk Movies with Us. I don't know. Oh, I see. I see. Now I get it. Cute girl talking about nerdy shit. Go figure. Although, I'll give respect where it's due, not resorting to exploiting certain sexuality. Good for you. George, just a word of advice as somebody who's been overlooked myself. Most people aren't there for you. It's okay. I mean, some people will tell you that they're following the BluRayDan Drum Dum school of social media whoring, but I'll tell you that maybe that, but probably something else. The BluTube community is filled with a bunch of grown men living in their parents' basement, and there's a female who likes stuff that they like, regardless of whether or not she's taken. I mean, shit, they could get married on camera. People are still going to watch for the wrong reasons. Logan Toxic, the man who rocks it. Rocks what? A car ride to a store? Huh? Logan Toxic, the man who rocks it. Man, when I think of rocks it, I think of that monotone voice and just maintaining throughout a 10-minute video. Following in the Wet Movie 1 footsteps, by the way, of going to a store, not buying anything, and then going home and showing stuff that he had already. By rocks it, do you mean avoid buying things in a place? Like, I said it before, I'll say it again. What is the allure with filming in a store? Who fucking cares what the aisles of Best Buy look like? If you have the shit at your house, just do the fucking thing at your house. Fuck, use stock footage of Best Buy, Target, Walmart. The man who rocks it. And stop, no. This fucking community. So yeah, feeding the ego. Flicks and Movies, Leba over at Flicks and Movies. Leba, I really want to blame you for a lot of this, because for those of you who are following Leba, he kind of went on a, I don't know, I want to call it idiot tourism, because he went around the country and saw a bunch of BluTubers, and that's it. A couple of filming locations, goes to California, doesn't really see sights in California, sees all the West Coast BluTubers, then goes to Chicago and sees Wasting Money +1. John, we miss you. Please come back. Tell Mrs. John that I apologize. If that doesn't feed somebody's ego, I don't know what does. I mean, if all you need to do is watch Wet Movie 1 in Leba's video where he goes out to the West Coast and just, ugh. Ugh. Is that hamming for the camera? He goes to California, to Chicago, and then Thailand. What the fuck is? Oh, is that an actual vacation? That one? Wait a minute. You're not into ladyboys, are you? Just remember, they don't call it bang cunt. You're not doing this community any favors by making regular people who collect movies seem a lot bigger than they are. So, thanks. You could have came to Denmark. There's two of us right here. I think maybe I'm insulted. Maybe that's what it is. You went to Thailand. That Blu-ray mecca. How could I go about any of this and leave off Wet Movie 1? I mean, honestly, this community, I don't know. If he's not the top, he's near the top. And whew, I could probably just do a half an hour on Wet Movie 1. I really could. So for those of you, the Patreon thing, you don't have to give money. I'm going to side with Wet Movie 1 on that one. The Leafy thing, I got a bone to pick. First of all, Leafy wasn't even the first one to ridicule Wet Movie 1 on YouTube. And I think I did it twice before Leafy did. I don't know, maybe I'm not a big enough person to get attention from Wet Movie 1, which is just ironic in itself. The problem is I've accused Wet Movie 1 of being a little clickbaity in the past. And I don't know, so he replied, what, four times to the Leafy saga, and just made video after video after video proclaiming how messed up things were, and I don't know, trying to capitalize on that attention. But the problem here is you either shut up and take it, or you don't give it out. And Wet Movie 1, in numerous occasions, has given out just as much uncomfortable material as he proclaims to have taken in that video. Which, by the way, maybe I want to go back and check out some of my stuff. And I meant it as love, too. So clickbait, embracing the word cringe, is not somebody who's bothered by it. You're trying to capitalize on it, which is grimy. It's kind of grimy. Never mind that. Let's just forget it. Let's just say you're trying to reclaim the word cringe, knowing how much you were bothered by that situation, and apparently how close you are with Cool Duder. That video where he was dehatted, which, by the way, never went on his channel, probably should have never seen the light of day. Not quite sure he was completely okay with that, but what do I know? You can't do that. You can't, listen, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm saying you can't do that and then be offended when somebody says something to you. But I don't know, maybe you weren't so bothered, maybe you were just trying to capitalize. So clickbait, that's fine. We'll shift topics. How many times has Wet Movie 1 made a video where he's hanging out with somebody? We're hanging out with The Rock at the Staples Center. No, no, you went to a WWE event I don't know if I'd call that hanging out, but okay. Hanging out with Jeff Goldblum. No, he was at a place with his band. He was at a place doing music, and you asked him to do something after he performed. That's commonplace in entertainment venues. Again, somebody who knows. Comedians hang out after shows, performers hang out after shows, and they talk to people who want to talk to them. If you paid to get in, you didn't really hang out. The absolute worst case of clickbaity, I don't know, or you claim it, cringe. The Pauly Shore video, just what are you doing? Just completely failing to read the situation. I don't know. What am I thinking of? Chicken Square? No. Chicken Square.
Cock block, sir.
Oh, cock block, right.
But like, it was kind of cool trying to ask him some questions. Some hot shit came in and distracted the shit out of him. But hey.
Why? The self-importance is just, it's getting out of hand. It's getting really out of hand. People enjoy your videos, Roger, of your collection, but they don't want to see your old home movies, like literally old home movies. People are subscribed to you because you talk about movies and show off your collection. I don't think they give a frog's fat ass about you going to a pizza joint with two of your buddies in 1997. Like, I hate to burst the bubble, Roger, but nobody gives a fuck. This weird culture of hating something and still buying it, just so prevalent in the BluTube community. You know how many people shat on Alien Covenant when it first came out? Lots. You know how many people flocked to buy the 4K Steelbook, the Blu-ray Steelbook, when it first came out? Just as many. Why are you buying it if you don't like it? I mean, I live with a guy who buys stuff that he has no interest in. Why? What?
This is even a worse movie. I don't care whatsoever for this movie, but it was really cheap, and Bruce Willis is in it.
That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If you have no interest in something, why own it? If you have no need for something, why own it? That's like me saying, all right, here's a box of tampons. Don't really need it, but it was cheap, and it's got a picture of Jennifer Aniston on it, so it's been a while. So it's gonna have to turn soon, people. 4K is coming on strong. Gonna have to find a different name from the community for the 4K community. I don't know, but yeah, it's winding down. I figured my big announcement is I'm going back to the stage within the calendar year. Just needed to kind of soften things up and get myself writing again. Big fan, no matter who takes what as what, regardless of my history in this community. Big supporter, believe it or not. Just haven't been able to partake. Nothing but love. Well, maybe not nothing but love, but it's been swell, guys. I promise, no more BluTube jokes. Now I'll be focusing on the big stage. Be sure and keep an eye out for CP doing stand-up. If you didn't enjoy any of this, then I don't know, maybe quit YouTube.